whole city is a cesspool. Not sure why I thought things would be, or smell, any different out here.
Oh man, you should have seen me in action. Bang! Pow! Chumps flying all over the place. Ha! You guys are lucky to be a part of my gang.
This could be interesting.
The look on his face. He just tossed his wallet and ran. Boy, it feels good to be bad. Here, everybody take your cuts so I can stop staring at your ugly mugs and get out of here. Hey, you! What are you looking at? You better get lost if you know what's good for you.
That's a pretty good joke.
You looking to start something, pal?
I came here looking for someone tough to fight, but there's no one around but you wimps. I guess it's just another night of disappointment. Well, I guess I'll just have to find a way to entertain myself.
Nice shot, kid. You missed me by a mile. Why don't you take your toy and... Hey, wait a sec. Where's my loot?
Oh, was this yours? I'm sorry. Maybe you should have kept better hold of it. I'd be happy to give it back to you, if you can beat me in a fight. So, you know, never.
I've had enough of your lip, pal. Come on, boys. Let's teach them a lesson.
Big mistake. Time to teach these guys a lesson. Ugh, the bitter taste of the medicine takes me back to a time when I was at my weakest. That was the day I met the boss. After waking up from one long nightmare to another, I had never felt so helpless. Let me go! I have to get to the castle! I don't have time for this!
Calm yourself. There's no one left there to save. You were the only survivor.
What?
They're all dead. It's been years since the castle was taken. The general found you and saw you were still breathing, but no one else was so lucky. When the general brought you here, you were hanging on to life by a thread. In the end, you survived, but the medicine that saved your life also put you in a coma.
Why did you save me?
I didn't do it out of the goodness of my heart, if that's what you're thinking. It was a favor to the general. You should be grateful to him. Anyway, I've kept my promise. You're alive and awake. I've no more obligation to protect you. You'd better learn to fend for yourself.
Not long after I awoke, I started working for the local branch of Shadowdealers. The naive and cowardly royal I was before was dead. I would need a new name. I reinvented myself as Cadena and took up the chain as my weapon. In doing so, I vowed that I would never be helpless again. My only thought was of becoming stronger, no matter the cost. I would climb the Shadowdealers' ranks until there was no one above me. I am going to get stronger and stronger, and someday I will claw my way to the top of this darkness. I will never forget my vow, or this throbbing pain in my heart.
Get lost, chump. This is Mr. Hazard's turf now.
Look at that blank stare. Guess they haven't heard the news.
Well then, let's enlighten them. Listen up, punks. Your branch is under new management. You work for Hazard now.
That means we outrank you, numbskulls. So you've got to do whatever we say.
Man, you guys sure like to talk. I don't even listen to the boss. Why do you think I would listen to you, losers? Look, I don't know much about all that rank mumbo-jumbo. I like to keep things simple. So if you want to talk about the chain of command, well, I've got it right here. Hey, there's a thought. How about you guys try and take it from me? If you can manage it, I'll follow whatever orders you can squeeze out of those tiny brains of yours.
Ooh, now you done it. You think you can take all of us on by yourself?
Those poor fools. I almost feel sorry for them. Well, shall I show them who they're dealing with?
We came here to back you up, but I have to say, I don't like these odds. I don't think we've got the numbers to take them all on. If they call for reinforcements, we're in real trouble. I think we should jet for now. I agree.
You fools! You'll leave when we say you can! Ha ha! Take this!
So much for leaving quietly. I can't breathe.
I can't move. What have you done to me?
This just won't do. Conflict between fellow shadow dealers is strictly forbidden.
Hey, it's Mr. Hazard. What a class act villain. You can't help but admire him.
There will be no more of this violence, do you hear me? Gen and I have come to an understanding. I expect you all to play nice from now on. Show some respect for your new colleagues. As a pacifist, I abhor violence. Normally, I'd be forced to report this to headquarters. However, I'll let it go just this once. Consider it a favor. I look forward to doing business with you, my friends.
That guy, I've heard of him. He's second in command to the head of all shadow dealers. Mr. Hazard, they say he sows chaos in his wake, that the planets he visits all fall to ruin. Corvo, grab Cadena and let's book it. It's Ken. Boss says he's back from his meeting. You'd better hurry back to the hideout.
It's you! And isn't that Antoine from the village pawnshop?
You're that shadow dealer. Were you captured too?
Actually, I'm here to take down Mr. Hazard.
Then you've come to save us.
What? No. I do not have time to explain this to you.
Forget it then. But please, you have to save my grandson. Those monsters will be back here any minute to take us away. I've heard they use their machine to steal your life force. But Anzu is just a boy. He has so much living left to do. I begged them to let him go, but they wouldn't even listen.
What are you yammering about now, old man? Are you giving your last will and testament? Save your breath. We wouldn't want you using up what precious little life force you have left. You live merely to fuel my weapon. Behave yourself, or things will get much worse. Ah, I see we have an intruder. Or perhaps I should say guest. I know you've got the missing pieces of the weapon. Be a good chum and hand them over.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Then you leave me no choice. You know I abhor violent methods. But I suppose I can make an exception. I'll just have to take them by force. But first, let's turn up the life force conductor, shall we? Soon this battery will be filled with life force, and then my bioweapon will be ready to deploy. I'm going to be rich! Charge faster, my beautiful machine. Ah!
You've lost, Hazard. Now take your lackeys and leave quietly.
I'm not done yet! Take this! Oh, my. Is that the emblem of the Nova royal family? What a fight! Nova royalty still alive? The High Flora will love to hear about this. But you know, if you were to hand over the weapon components, I just might forget to tell them about you.
You poor fool. You don't even know what you've done. You think you found something to hold over me. But now that you know who I am, you leave me no choice. When I'm done with you, you won't be in any condition to blab to anyone. And I'll start by destroying your precious toy. I left Mr. Hazard for the Shadowdealers High Council to deal with. Evidence of his betrayal was laid bare for all to see. No one really knows what happened to Hazard after that. But the fact was, his reign of terror was finally over. After the incident, Some fled the planet in fear, but others would take their place in time. With Hazard gone, our boss suddenly found himself at the top of a very large and lucrative trade empire. Of course, most of that money goes into fixing up the hideout and paying our officers' medical bills. Following the planet's liberation, life went back to the way it was before. Orderly and a little boring, but free. And just like before, I'm always on a mission. But I guess there is one thing that's changed. Honestly, still feels too weird to think about. Just keep coming! Guess I have no choice but to crush them all!
I came here to make a trade, only to find you attacking my minions. Who are you?
It's him. There's no mistaking it. The specters, the broken horn, the voice. That's the man responsible for turning my life into a living hell. This is the chance I have waited so long for, to finally make him pay. Magnus, you traitor! I am going to end you right here and now! Take this! What happened to me? Is this the afterlife? No, feels more like waking up from a long dream. My head feels like it's going to split.
Are you finally awake?
A new world. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe I'm seeing clearly for the first time. To be defeated by Magnus after coming so far. Seems I've still got a lot of training to do. This throbbing pain in my shoulder. Did Magnus do this to me? No. This is a very old wound. A wound from that day. I lost everything because I was weak. My family, my life, everything. There's only one way to protect what's mine in this savage world. I've got to become stronger than everyone who wants to destroy me. That's all there is to it. I'm done with anger and regret. All they've brought me is pain. I only need one goal. To get stronger and crush anyone that stands in my way. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it hurts more than anything I've ever known. The stupid crest of the Nova royal family. As long as I cling to the past, I'll never be able to move on. My wings, my horns, and even my tail. In the midst of battle, they'll be nothing but a liability to me. I will never forget this pain. Whenever I lose my faith, I'll look at these scars and remember what it is I fight for. My commitment. Yes, I'll go to the new world. Just like the boss suggested. That's the next step in my training. The next step in becoming who I need to be.